So that's why I've compiled these 7 tips only that will help you get the gist of what university is like. And also, hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Mocha Bazeka, and on this video I'll be sharing some successful tips that will get you in your routine or in your journey as you start the first year of university. And I know at times it gets a bit anxious, you might get anxious, you might get scared or overwhelmed, but that's why I've just compiled these 7 tips only to help you be productive. And also, just for me, I didn't know some of these tips. I didn't know some things that I need to implement, and every time it was just like a wow, like I should have done better. But I don't want you to fall in the same trap or in the same chaos or situation. So that's why I've compiled these 7 tips only that will help you get the gist of what university. So let's jump straight into the tips. So number 1, I wrote down time management. Yes, time management is very, very important, especially if you are a first year student. Time goes by really, really fast because you're still getting to know around, to know the university, to know your friends, to know your lecturers. You can really get behind in time. You can really get behind in projects, in tasks. They might give you the project 3 weeks in advance, but then when you look again, you haven't done it. Time has for your exams, whatever. So you need to be able to manage your time, and the way you can do that is draw up a timetable. Write down basic due dates that you have. Maybe you have a due date of a project or task or whatever. Write it down, and just so that you can keep track on your activities, keep track on the assignments that you need to hand in, when it needs to be handed in, because you have some study time. So just manage your time. I won't be able to literally tell you that this is what you need to do to manage your time, because some people have a lot of time on their hands and some people don't, due to maybe other responsibilities that's outside of academics. So you just need to prioritize first of all, and also just write it down on a calendar. You can also do it in Canva. You write it down so that you can be able to know what is in this month that needs to be handed in or that needs to get done. That's number 1. Number 2, get to know your lecturers. That is very important, because for me, when I was in my first year, I did not really indulge in knowing my lecturers. I see other students that they talk with the lecturers and all of that, and when they maybe kind of slip, they don't have time to do this or that, they can speak to the lecturer and be like, obviously your lecturer will know if you are a hard working student, so they might be a bit lenient with you, obviously, if they know you in person. And it was also difficult for me because my first year was literally online. We literally only went to school, to university, to campus, like twice a month or once a month, and the rest of the time it was like online. So we also couldn't really get to know our lecturers. But in my second year, because I'm doing my third year now, my second year I kind of, because we were more face to face, so I kind of knew this lecturer is a bit strict, or he's a bit lenient and all of that. So it gives you a relationship with that lecturer. So even if you can't hand in something on the due date, you could actually go and excuse yourself or whatever, depending on how good your relationships are, as in he knows that you're a hardworking student, so obviously he's going to be more lenient with you. So get to know your lecturer. I feel like that's actually number one. It's really, really, really important. And number three, we have attend classes and tutorials. I only saw the importance of attending tutorials when it's exams, because at times you forget what you did in maybe class or whatever, and you didn't have time to study and all of that, or maybe something you didn't comprehend something really, 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 really good. So obviously when you went through the year, and then when you're preparing for exams, then we have tutorials where we have maybe other learners that are way ahead, other students that are way ahead, and they try and teach you or whatever. It's very, very important because they go straight to the point, or they cover things for the exams. You understand, what to study, what points to study, so it's very important. Tutorials, I only saw the benefit of tutorials last year in my last exam last year, because I was time was not on my side. I was so backtracked with time, I was left behind with my academics. And when I literally put my mind into tutorials and attending each and every tutorial, so that was how I actually caught up and I actually passed. I almost failed last year. That is a story for another day. But yes, tutorials are very, very, very important. Watch YouTube videos. Watch a lot of YouTube videos based on the topic that you are maybe struggling with. That's how I passed last year. I will tell you that story. Oh, it's dreadful. Number four is make friends with students that are ahead of you, meaning just make friends with students who, maybe if you're first year, make friends with second year students. Yes, make friends with your first year group as well, because you relate in many ways, but also just make friends with second years and fourth years, third years. When I go back to school now, when we go back to campus, I don't know when you're gonna watch this video, but my plan is to make friends with postgrad students. So, number 5 is find a study routine that works for you. Some people study mostly with music. It has not really worked for me. I don't know, I think I should get your opinion on that. Music, do you concentrate when you're reading and listening to music? Because I can't. I've tried it and I couldn't. Nothing went inside. So, but I find a lot of people are good with music and studying and listening to music and studying at the same time. If that is what gives you the motivation and the understanding, go for it. Some people, they study writing down everything, paraphrasing everything in their own words. I feel like I'm that type of person. I think I do paraphrase a lot, and I write down a lot, and also I'm a listening. If you say something, when I'm in class or whatever, and I'm listening to the lecturer speak, I will be able to grasp everything he's saying just by listening or hearing. And then when I'll even be laying on my bed, I will be able to recall, and that's how I study at times. And then also just writing down, because I feel like writing down in my own words gives me that understanding. If you're that type of person. 6, take care of yourself. first year students, when you go to campus for the first time, you're gonna look fresh, you're gonna be good, you're gonna do all the things you need to do. But give you a few weeks, you, like me, I get very much demotivated. After a few weeks or months, 2 months, I get very demotivated. You just wake up, dress anyhow, look anyhow, and go to school, which is not actually the goal, which is not actually a good thing. It's not a good thing because it affects how you look, will boost your self-esteem. When you look good, you look good, you've got your ponytail up straight with no sunshines, and your braids is intact and everything looks good, you feel good, you smell good, you have a different perspective on your studies as well, and in class. And then lastly, don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help, even to your lecturers as well. Ask for help, ma'am, sir, I need this, I need that, in terms of studying. In terms of books, I don't really buy textbooks because most of the things we have it online on Blackboard. If you know Blackboard, you're at CPT. I think other universities also use it. So most of our resources is actually uploaded on Blackboard, so which makes me kinda bit laid back when it comes to buying textbooks and all of that, which is also very important to have, especially if you don't have that resources on your Blackboard or whatever online thing you use. But yeah, if you need help with things, just ask for help with your friends. When I was in my first year, the first person who spoke to me nice, you my friend, for the rest of for the rest of the year. So the person that maybe asked me a question or whatever, because in my case it was my, what you call him again? Yes, class reps. So in my case it was my class rep, because I don't know how we started talking, but we started talking, and it was really nice, and kind. So I held on to him until I found my way through other people. So that's where I got asked questions and whatever. So yeah, ask your class reps, ask your friends, and yeah, that's all. Don't be afraid. And I also know that this in campus, there are mental health, if you have mental health issues, you can ask for help, and disability unit as well. So yeah, disability unit, in my case, I use it because I get extra time. And then that's because I get extra tired. I get extra time because I write slow. So I write slow, but then that's something you need to, when you're applying already, the first time, your first application, in your application process, you need to be able to state that you need extra time. Doesn't need to be a disability, you don't need to be disabled or all of that. But if it is, because some of the people I meet at the disability unit is that they sometimes just read slow, or they have dyslexia, or they have reading problems, maybe they can't read properly, or they need a special screen. So all of that is something, if you did not do it, if you did not state it in your application, you can go, I don't know, but as at CPT, it's in District 6, so it's disability unit. There is a disability unit where you can go and speak. It doesn't need to be a disability, but even if you have, like, I don't know if dyslexic, like, yeah, just like if you just read slow or whatever need that you have, that will help you for exams. All of that is at the disability unit. They will help you and assist you. If you did not put it in your application, you can go and speak to them. I don't know, sometimes they ask for doctor's notes or letters or whatever. Also that you can, which just gives you a bit of ease in terms of exams. So yeah, that was all that I could give you, first year students, for this year 2024. I hope you had a prosperous and successful academic year, and just keep your head in the books, guys. Yeah, I know it gets fun, it gets it's another world, especially for those who live in res as well. You leave your parents, you leave people that actually tells you do this, do that, you know, people who keeps you in lane, and you're living in res, you're living alone, you've gone away from family and other loved ones, and you are completely alone. So you can fall back, you can lose your way, you can lose your journey, whatever, but that's why I made this video, so that you can just stay in track, and yeah. But for now, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.